There is too much theft in Malawi. People, you are stealing too much. This is not helpful. This is destructive to the economy. Imagine up to 30 billion Malawi kwacha getting lost by few individuals who are selfish, who don't care about the nation, they only care about their lives. This is not good at all. The Anti-Corruption Bureau must do its work. Arrest people and punish them. The problem is with the courts. When somebody is on the wrong side, but because has got money and good representation of lawyers, you always see that particular person not facing judgment equal to the act of wrongdoing. We know that there is a lot of money that has been lost at the Greenbelt Authority. It seems like the courts will never give justice to Malawians by ensuring that everybody else involved in this malpractice faces the long arm of court and the consequences of misconduct and misappropriation of the funds of the Greenbelt Authority. As a country, we cannot move forward with these particular people who steal money for the poor people because they are connected to the ruling government, therefore they can steal any way they want, crippling the economy, crippling the country, destroying the country, destroying the economy. 30 billion Malawi, which is enough to begin to build the new Malawi. All money that has been lost in this country is enough to develop this nation. Just imagine only Greenbelt Authority is in this case only the one which is brought to the public of misappropriation and theft of the funds. But how many organizations like Greenbelt Authority which are corrupt in this country where money is being stolen? The more departments of government, many companies are not able to perform properly because money is being lost every day. And this is not only about the government. There are also private individuals. I mean, there are individuals who are stealing as well in this country. Money is leaving the country, going to other countries like China, Saudi Arabia, and other countries where money is going to, coming from Malawi, billions of kwachas. Hence, we're not seeing the tangible developments taking place in the country because we have got thieves. We have got people who are stealing every day. We've got people who don't care about this nation. What they want is to steal. What they want is to steal the money for the poor people. We cannot develop like this. Let's change. I'm so sad that a lot of money, like this amount of money that has been disclosed as the one that has been lost at the Greenbelt Authority by just 5 or 6 individuals. I'm like, come on, how much money has the country lost? Because they're not just only, those are small people. There are big people who are staying in this country. But the Anti-Corruption Bureau is not able to do its work because of corruption at the Anti-Corruption Bureau as well, and the whole nation. The government system is corrupt. That's why it cannot do the right job for the citizen. That's how the nation of Malawi cannot develop. That's how the nation of Malawi is poor. Imagine Malawi is rated as the poorest country in the world. And many Malawians are poor. We're talking about millions of people who are poor. They're in a trap of poverty. The country has got 20+ million people. But above 19 million Malawians are poor. This is true. This is the fact. But we don't see any change, any improvement by the government. It doesn't mean Malawians don't want to see better life. They try their best, but there's nobody else supporting them. The systems are not available to change the lives of people, to improve living standards of people. We only talk about the same story about minimum wages, which are very minimal, peanuts. Malawians are getting 50,000, 150,000 as minimum wage. This is small. We are not harmonizing salaries. Minimum wage must be equal, must be uniform. You cannot be talking about the minimum wages like truck drivers have got their own minimum wages. Policemen, maids, their own minimum wages. What country is this? Do we have free countries? Do we have free countries? Minimum wage must be uniform, must be one. So if it's like, if there is 300,000 minimum, that's the minimum wage for the whole country. But this is not happening in Malawi. We feel like a person who is a maid cannot receive 300,000 kwacha. So it's like we don't want Malawians to be rich. We all Malawians, we need to have the equal living standard. I'm better than you. I'm professional. I'm educated. My wage must be better than anybody else. We're talking about minimum wage. How much do any individual want to have in this country in order to live, to earn a living? Every particular person must know how much he wants. According to Malawi standards, we really need like 600,000 Malawi kwacha every month per individual. But government cannot be able to give each and every Malawian a minimum wage of 600,000 Malawi kwacha. So what the government can do is just to make sure that there is 300,000, half of the 600,000 Malawi kwacha as a needed national minimum wage. So just give each and every Malawian 300,000 kwacha minimum wage. That's the starting point. To equate life, to make sure that things are level. Poverty is increasing in this country because we are not empowering each other in this country to come out of this economic situation, which is deliberately created by politicians who are selfish, who don't care about poor people. The economy of Malawi is very small. To develop this economy to become something better, we must understand that agriculture is very important for any economy to grow. Now, if we are talking about agriculture, it's very important. We're not just talking about all the ways of doing agriculture. We need to actually do it better now, as we are living in a time where things are very fast. So farming should be very fast as well. Like if we improve the crops, improve the seeds, and improve the way of doing farming, that can help to come out of poverty quickly. But all the ways of using whole and just a small scale of farming, things like that can change the whole economy of this country. Yet we are having little output from whatever we are doing as a farming activities. Then there's nothing we are doing. At the same time, financing should be very crucial, and we should make sure that it's a deliberate move, like a serious approach to help each and every Malawian be able to economically learn farming in this country. Whether we're doing animal farming or crop farming, there should be financing available. And this should be done by the banks of the country, as well as government has been talking about starting the development bank. It must come into place so that it can deliberately empower Malawians to be able to have the capital that is needed for each and every Malawian to start a business and to grow from there. And every time a Malawian needs a help, like in terms of financial assistance, these banks or institutions available should be able to empower Malawians to start business. So business can be farming, and other people cannot be doing farming. They need to do some businesses as well. So each and every Malawian should be economically empowered to be able to do things that can help to build the economy of this country. Because if we have got like widest economic activities in the country, that means that we'll be able to grow our GDP, gross domestic product, that we'll be able to be classed like a developed country, because many Malawians are busy, they're making money on themselves, and the gross domestic product of the country is getting big. Because whenever we are talking about gross domestic product, that's what determines the prosperity of the nation, because that's how that is calculated by comparing it with the population. So if the GDP, gross domestic product of Malawi, is say like 150 billion US dollars, what it means is that we have got enough money for all people in this country, because Malawi has got 20 million people. And now you divide that by 20 million people, you may find that every Malawian has got $3,000 in account. So if we have $3,000 in account each and every particular person, that's better off. Of course, we may be growing our economy better as we are advancing. so that each and every Malawian should reach a point whereby he has got $10,000 in his account. That could be much better, and we can achieve it if the government is serious by empowering local people so that they should be able to manage this economy, to run this economy, to take control of this economy. Don't put the economy in the hands of the foreigners. They don't develop this nation. They eat and steal from us. They make themselves rich and go invest in other countries. They hide the money in dollars. Malawians are poor. But if Malawians are empowered, they take control of this economy through doing businesses that are deliberately being sponsored by the government through development banks and institutions providing financial assistance to these individuals who are doing everything they can do. Malawians must be encouraged to do business. Don't tell us that we should go to school and study and get a job. There are no jobs anymore, but what we can do is just to empower each other to start something. So like if everybody else is busy, we'll be selling to one another in this country. So if we cannot all doing business of tomato or selling fish. Some people will be selling soap, some people will be manufacturing, some people will be doing farming. Like everybody else will be able to purchase from one another and to do business with one another. That's how we can grow economically. This should be done through economic empowerment of Malawians. This is possible. That's how we can develop. But the governments that are busy borrowing in order to start something, like I don't understand where the money is going through, which is coming from borrowing. Like they borrow a lot of money, but this money we are not able to see it, like what's the impact of the money that has been borrowed. Because if you look at Malawi borrowing tendency, you will see that Malawi has been borrowing too much. But we have never developed through the borrowing. We're still a country that is criticized as a country with highest debt right now. That has come because of too much borrowing by the government. But let's empower Malawians to be able to do something in this country. We can economically grow by that. I'll be coming here with a lot of videos to discuss what we can do better for our nation to develop. It is time now to begin doing things for the sake of Malawians so that they get better. And we all develop together. We have got the government that is listening and is looking forward to see the country developing as we see the initiatives that this government is coming up with. I think these are going to help Malawi to develop in a few years to come. Thank you for watching this video. We'll have a better Malawi together. Until I come back for another video, have a very good day. Bye-bye.